In a land of sunshine where the palm trees sway, there's a special show to brighten up your day. From rockin' festivals to Broadway dreams, tune in with Bonnie G. It's a desert scene. The desert scene with Bonnie G. Meet the stars and feel the beat. From the Coachella Valley is the place to be, for all the culture, fun, and harmony. The desert scene, yeah, with Bonnie G.
Mutual Broadcasting welcomes you to the Desert Scene, featuring conversations with the people who make culture, art, and entertainment happen in the Coachella Valley. From local theater to live music, art exhibits to cinema and beyond. The Desert Scene is presented by El Portal Mexican Restaurant in Cathedral City. Now, here is your host, Bonnie G.
And welcome to the Desert Scene. Happy to have you here. And very happy to have my buddy Jeff Barnett as a guest. He is going to be my guest co-host for the Razzle Dazzle show on November 22nd at the Palm Springs Cultural Center. Hey, Jeff, how are you?
The Desert Scene with Bonnie G.
Isn't that great? I love my song.
Oh, I know. I've got an earworm now. Thanks a lot.
I'm rocking out to my song, yeah. So so excited to have you back. And for people who don't know, when I started Razzle Dazzle back, this is our 4th season, Jeff was my first co-host, my Broadway brother. I like to call you my Broadway brother. We did a bunch of shows together, and then he went off to do some other stuff. But he's coming back for the 22nd. So, and we're going to kind of do a sort of a warm, fuzzy Thanksgiving theme. So tell people a little bit about the show.
Yeah, it's I think we're close to Thanksgiving, and people want something warm and fuzzy.
Yes.
Yes. And I think everyone could use a sort of a Broadway bear hug of a show. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to go there. We're going to do some classic stuff. I don't know how much I want to give away.
Yeah, not too much.
I want you to come see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too much. Yeah, you all need to come see it. But some really fun, the performers, holy moly.
Yeah. Kelly McDaniel. And
Kelly McDaniel, who it's kind of funny. I've known, first of all, Randy, I've known for years. Mm-hmm. And just from being in the business. And this is the first time we've ever done anything together. Other than, cast parties that I've gone to.
Oh, that's great. Well, that's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's fun and
yes.
A real character. And Kelly's just a powerhouse.
Yes,
so,
she is.
And, this is going to be a nice, warm Broadway bowl of stuffing with gravy. How's that?
Okay. And Robert Ollis is back. He goes out of town.
Yes.
He goes out of town in the summer and back to Chicago and does his stuff, but he's back on the piano. So we're really excited about that. So tell people how, because you're kind of delineated things. I'm sort of officially the producer, and my co-host is officially the director. And you've done that kind of thing in the past. Tell people how you approach or put a show like this together. When you get the material that everybody wants to do, how do you put it together?
Yeah, and I not only just get the material, I try to guide it as well, because with each show they're different. You have a different cast and that sort of thing. And also, where you're at in the moment, like say with the Thanksgiving thing, that sort of guides you where you want to go. And so you take all that material, stick it up on a clothesline, pull a few things out, and then find a through line for it. So there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. Mm-hmm. I guess I learned that from my essay class in high school.
Okay.
So
comes in handy. Yeah.
I started doing this. It was in the 80s during AIDS, and I was up in the East Bay, and I was starring in every other show, and we all knew we needed to do something, and I knew everybody, and from every walk, not just musical theater, that of course, but also the people, the actors who did the play work, San Francisco Ballet, authors, and so I was able to bring that all together and create the largest annual AIDS benefit in Northern California.
Wow!
And so that, I basically, and I was only 27 then. Mm-hmm. So, but I found it was kind of in my DNA to do this sort of thing. Yeah.
I think some people have a flair. I mean, in addition to being a performer, a lot of people are performers, but wouldn't necessarily have the knack of the organization being able to put everything together. And I think that is, sort of innate with some people. Definitely. Tell me about, let's go back a little bit. You went to your roots. Where are you from originally? I know we've talked about some of this before, but give us a refresher course on the condensed version of the Jeff Barnett career.
Well, I'm a native Los Angelino. I was born in Los Angeles. And I basically I've lived in Los Angeles. I lived in San Francisco. I've lived in New York City. I've lived in Palm Beach and here. And, even being a kid back in the 60s, this is being in Los Angeles. This was our playground, even for my family and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then as I got older and that sort of thing, I lived back in L.A. once again. It was my husband and I's place to go. And I've always, this place has always called me, and I always knew I'd end up being here.
Really?
And,
that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, there was something about even I remember leaving. It's like your weekend was over. You took a 3-day weekend and getting in the car, and then all of a sudden you're going past the mountain, going back to L.A. and looking up at the mountain. I'd actually have tears in my eyes sometimes.
Really? Wow, that's interesting.
I don't want to go.
Yeah.
This place calls to me.
Don't make me. Yeah. And now, did you spend some time out here with Gary, your late husband, as well?
Yes. Yeah, we moved back here in 2016. And we were living in Palm Beach, Florida, and frankly, we'd gotten legally married, but it wasn't recognized in Florida. And in fact, at the time, there was only 6 states that recognized gay marriage. So, funny thing is, so we put our house on the market, and then it became the law of the land. But I wouldn't come out here. I still have my parents; they're still here. They're up at the Del Webb, and they've been here for over 25 years.
Wow!
And yeah, so I wanted to be a little closer to them, and because we're all getting a little older. But they've always been so supportive of me doing this, and they come to everything I'm in.
That's really nice. That's helpful to have that. Yeah, not everybody does.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. No, exactly. So it's a nice support system, and honestly, but isn't the scene in here just kind of crazy? I mean, it's like coming out of COVID. It's like. There's so much now. Yeah.
There's a lot going on. It's a small town, but it's a show busy town. A lot of folks from L.A., New York. Some have had semi big names. It's a really comfortable place to live, but there's a lot of entertainment going on, which is great. We're gonna take a really quick break.
How many actors and singers do you know, like say from L.A. or New York or whatever,
Tons.
have moved here?
Yeah.
Tons.
Yeah. We're gonna take a really quick break on the Desert Scene with Jeff Barnett. We'll be right back.
Craving a delicious meal that won't break the bank? Look no further than El Portal Mexican Restaurant in Cathedral City. At El Portal, we pride ourselves on offering family-friendly dining with affordable prices on our authentic Mexican cuisine. Owner Victor Lupercio and his dedicated staff make you feel like part of the family. Whether you choose to dine in, take out, or opt for delivery, you can always count on fresh, mouth-watering dishes that will transport you to the heart of Mexico. Enjoy discounts throughout the week and explore one of the Valley's best selections of tequila to complement your meal. Join us for live entertainment on Friday evenings and consider El Portal for your next special occasion with our catering services. Visit eatatelportal.com for more details and discover why El Portal Mexican Restaurant has become a culinary gem in the desert. El Portal, located 1 block south of Ramon on De Palm and Via Olivera.
And we're back here on the Desert Scene with Jeff Barnett. So talk a little bit about, I've noticed what's interesting about the desert is it seems to me there's kind of 2 schools of people. There are people that are kind of scratching and clawing all the time. They got to do, have 4, 5, 6 gigs a week. And then there's other folks who, kind of pick and choose a little bit. You like the desert's a great place to live, kick back, have some downtime, and sort of pick and choose and really a little more choosy about the kind of stuff they do. And it seems to me you fall in the latter category. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, first of all, I have the luxury of not having to do this for a living anymore.
That's helpful.
So that is helpful. And also, when you get older, when we have, a lot of retirees out here. So, I mean, the good news is there's room for everybody, of those who do want to work that hard. And basically, and they they cleave a little younger, if I might say. But there's like wonderful open mics and things like that for people who just want to get up and sing a song. Or like what I'm doing. It's like I don't have a big interest in doing, a full book musical, say.
Yeah.
And I love what we get to do with like our show with Razzle Dazzle.
It's small, condensed,
But also you get the luxury of a lot of things. First of all, you get to pick your material. You get to put your material in your key. See, that's the thing. When you do a book show, you're tied to.
You're stuck.
You're stuck.
Yeah.
And you either have the range or you don't. And that's the great thing about Cabaret is that you can actually doctor it to you and bring it to you.
Yeah.
And I really enjoying that freedom, and I think everybody else around me who does it feels the same way. Yeah. It's like, because honestly, we are old. I keep going back to older, sorry. But it's like, your voice ages.
Of course, and you change. It changes what's comfortable. Yeah, key-wise.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you also get the luxury of also picking material that's speaking to you right then and there. Of the moment, of where you're at emotionally, feeling about life and things like that, and you get to do pick songs that reflect that, or stories that you just have to tell.
Yeah, and also songs that you'd never get cast for, or you're way too old for, which has happened to me a lot. I want to do this song, like I did Little Lamb once from Gypsy, which, obviously I'm way too old for that, but I just wanted to do the song, so I got to do it, and Razzle Dazzle, which is great. Let's tell people, if you haven't been to the Cultural Center, you really should check it out. It's the old Camelot Theater building on Baristo, and upstairs in the second floor lounge, it's a lovely intimate room, seats 50 people. There's a bar, there's a small menu you can order nibbles from, and our show's at 7 o'clock. It's 90 minutes or a little less, 90 minutes max. And again, it's Friday, November 22nd, 7 p.m. Kelly McDaniel, Randy Brunner, our guest. Jeff Barnett is my guest co-host. Robert Ollis on piano. And really, it's going to be warm, fuzzy, an escape from, trials and tribulations of whatever kind you're dealing with. And sort of a Thanksgiving feel. So we hope to see everybody there. Eventbrite, www.eventbrite.com.
On eventbrite.com, right, exactly. You can come join us for Thanksgiving. You're all invited.
Absolutely. All right, Jeff Barnett, can't wait to work with you again. Thanks, buddy. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
You too.
Okay, all right. Okay. We'll see the rest of you the next time on The Desert Scene.
The Desert Scene with Bonnie G. Meet the stars and feel the beat. From the Coachella Valley, it's the place to be. For all the culture, fun, and harmony. The Desert Scene, with Bonnie G. The Desert Scene's where you belong with Mutual Broadcasting's Bonnie G. Just sing along. Just sing along.